Morning all, welcome back to the 9th video in this series link of my Transit Connect camper conversion. In today's video I'm going to be installing the floor tiles that I've got. But before I do that I need to insulate the floor, which means I've got to take the subfloor that I've already cut out. I'm only going to use some firmer wrap, so literally just cut to shape. Use some trim fix and get it down, and then yeah, I've got tiles to go on the floor. I will sort of show you a bit more about, I'll show you them and I'll tell you a bit more about them when I get to sort of fit them in / cut them. But yeah, I'll make a start now and then I will catch you in a minute. So guys, you would have seen that's the firmer wrap done on the floor. It wasn't too difficult really. Obviously used the subfloor and that I cut out for the stencil. So the next job really now is to lay the floor, and I mentioned obviously I've got some tiles. So this is what I've got. They're like old gym tiles that will go in spare. Obviously just interlink together, so they form a real solid platform when they're linked together, but they're so hard, like trying to get a bend in them, it's solid. Obviously I'm gonna have to cut these to shape around sort of the arches, and then probably just cut off these little lugs that are on the bottom here, so when I put the sort of the tidy trims and all on, they're not in the way. Now I was umming around about this because that is actually 5mm, which is a little bit thicker than what I wanted to go with. Originally I was going to go with some, like maybe some lino or some laminate flooring of some sort, which should have been about 3mm, which would have probably been perfect, but these were free, and you know what, it's about making things as cheap as you can, I guess, without cutting too many corners. But I thought, you know, a solid floor, it'd be easy to wipe down. It's not black, so it will give a little bit more light on the floor as well. And if I need to get the floor up, I don't have to glue them or anything like that. I literally just unclick them, so that is always a good thing as well. But cutting them, I don't know how they're going to cut. As I said, they're quite solid. They're not very robust or malleable, so I've got some options on how to cut them. I'm just going to see what works best and go from there, and yeah, get them in. Let's go. So then, as you could have seen, my method in cutting them is using the jigsaw. It works, but as I showed you on that last piece, it's sort of, obviously it's kind of like a hard plastic, so the heat from the blade is sort of causing it to not melt, but it gets warm, so all the plasticky material is getting into little balls. So it's a little bit tricky. I've got the first piece cut and in on there. Also just done the second piece. The rain has just started to come in now, which is an absolute pain in the ass. I'm going to quickly just get this done, and then I'll hopefully show you the finished results. So that's the floor insulated and the tiles applied. They were alright to cut with the jigsaw, as you would have seen. You had to keep going. Every time you sort of stopped, it would just sort of melt back together, but it's not too bad. I'll give you a quick look now what it looks like with the furniture in. See, all along the backs. It looks pretty decent as well, because you can't really see the joins in the tiles either. I think the tiles are around about 1.5 feet, something like that, squared. But yeah, overall, happy that that's all in, that's all done. Looks pretty good. I suppose the next challenge is, whether I do it today or not, is going to be running the electrics through from the starter battery to the leisure battery. Again, yeah, I might do it today. I might say that for another day, not too sure. See what the weather's doing. Has drizzled on and off since we've been out cutting this. But yeah, see what happens. So I am going to try and do the electrics and at least get the starting battery linked up to the leisure battery. Just got all the bits out. I'll quickly show you now. So some main power cable, some cable coverage, some link up cables, the voltage relay, and a ton of connectors. Shouldn't be too difficult. I kind of know the route I'm going to go. I'll quickly show you now. So obviously got to come from the battery, going to go up sort of under here and then in through the wing gap there, and then basically come out above this foam that's in here, and then there's a grommet there which will lead me into behind the glove box, which I will just push and drop out now, he says. So basically that then comes out in there, and then basically run the wire in along here and then up into the back of here where the battery is going to be housed. Don't know how much I'm going to be able to video, just purely because I want to just concentrate on what I'm doing, but I'll try and give sort of maybe some updates and photos as I go. Wish me luck. A little update, I have managed to get the live cable from the starter battery through the wing at the moment. I'll quickly show you what I've done. So wire has fed through here. I put a hole through here. I can't remember what mil the drill was I used, but I think the cable was 16 mil, I think, so a fair size hole, and then through to the wing, as I mentioned earlier. And then the way I had to try and pull it through was I attached some coat hanger wire to this end, obviously when it was over there, and I've managed to come in at the top through the foam. Obviously I've managed to put it through. Update number 1 complete. Right then, so update number 2 on the electrics. So the wire is kind of located now up through here. I'll quickly show you where I've gone through. So I've come through here, as you would have seen. There's a grommet here. Put a little slit through that, and then sort of really sort of squeeze this in to keep it watertight or whatever. As you would have seen, I've come through. Oh, you can't see now. I've come through the glove box and then under here, and it's now behind here, led up here, and just drops out there and up into the back. Obviously there's going to be a back piece put on this battery location bit, so I will obviously drill a small hole into the back of that to obviously put the wiring through. But I guess now it's time to sort of try and link it all up, get the relay in, get the fuses in, and then see if we've got power. Let's go. Hopefully you can see what I got here. So I've got this short piece of live wire that's got to come from my battery terminal, goes into this fuse, and then I got to connect then the main cable that I've ran through to the battery to the other side. Before I do that, obviously there is a 100 amp, and you can see that sort of fuse breaker that comes with the kit that was slot in there as well. So let's see how it goes. So hopefully you can kind of see, I need to now go from the battery into this relay for split charging. Never really done anything with these before. So that would be for the LED light, I guess, the time when it's charging. And then that's the live from there, second live out. How hard can it be? So I have everything wired up minus the battery to the leisure battery, but I've now wired in my lights because they've been in since I did the roof install, and I haven't actually checked to see if they work. So I've done some crimping, as you would have seen. I've put an inline fuse to a cigarette lighter, and I've put a switch to that as well. Let's see if it works. So wired my switch up to a cigarette lighter, lights are in. Okay, I have nothing. So light, I got lights as well. So I've got a blue light on there, I have lights in there. Off, on, off, on. And I do have a remote for them as well, with all the different light settings. They do some flashy stuff. Yeah, there we go. I don't know. And then they're back on. A winner! Well happy. Got some lights. Yeah, don't know what to say now. I suppose I better tidy up all the wiring, make it look kind of presentable, and then I don't know. A few of you have been asking me on here and over on my Instagram what the lights were after I installed them when I did the roof in. They are literally just from eBay. I think the 6 one cost me just shy of 20 quid. They are nice and streamlined. I didn't want to put any like large holes into the roofing, which I didn't have to do. I'll quickly show you now how they fit. Literally just screw off the end cap. There's a nice little finish to them. There's a few different finishes you can choose on, but I went with this nice sort of shiny chrome. Screw them off. That's your LEDs. You can see there's 2 holes in here, 2 screws straight into the ceiling, done. Drill a 5mm hole just to put the wiring in, but you can see there that where the wire comes through, it's under the lights. You don't see any of the wiring up there. It's nice and flush. It does come with 3M tape if you wanted to stick it to maybe some wood or something, but because I got carpet, obviously I opted for the little screws that come with it. Straightforward to fit, really easy. They come straight down, straight into this little relay box. Again, there's 6 there. I've got 4 fitted up there. There's going to be 2 fitted into this cupboard when that cupboard's built. Come with a remote control, and that's the remote control receiver, which just plugs into this box, which again is nice and easy. And then it just comes supplied with a cigarette lighter end, which I was going to cut off and go straight to the battery, but I decided not to do that. So I had a spare cigarette socket thing left over, so literally wired that up to a split fuse there, inline fuse, and obviously straight to my switch, so it gives me lighting. Yeah, again, really straightforward and simple installation on the lights. I'm really glad I got them. They've got loads of modes on them, 100% brightness, 50%, 25%. Then you can adjust it in between all those. You can have flashing modes and all that malarkey, but I'm not interested in that. I literally just want the lights on, and I can dim them down when I need to. So that's more than enough. But yeah, a straightforward installation for those. If you want to know or need any links, give me a shout and I'm happy to send you some links over. But yeah, that's the lighting system, very straightforward. And guys, so that's the leisure battery all connected up now and working. So on the split relay, I've got a light on, which is good. I've had the van running for a little while now as well, just to make sure everything is as it should be, and it is. I'll quickly let you see. You see the lights on there. I need to obviously tidy all this up in here, but obviously there's a back to go on down here, and then all this would be fitted up nicely and tidily in there. Put all the cable trunking on, as you can see here, runs down nice down the back. So this is the wiring going up to the lighting situation, which again will all be hid when I build the next cupboard out in here, so that'll all be tucked away. I have also just put the rest of the cable trunk and stuff on the main live from the van battery, which is running here. Just ties it all up, and then the fuse is down there. It's all fitted up nicely and through and into the wing. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that. I didn't know how it was going to go. Again, it's not something that I've done before, so yeah, just a bit of concentration really, and just thinking of basic electrics, and you can do it. This is going to be a bit of a short video, so I'm probably just going to leave it here, but it's been a successful day really. Flooring's in and insulated, and the electrics are in. Everything's sort of coming together now, so I'll leave it here, and you will probably join me in the next video where I'm either building this cupboard and potentially doing all the paneling and all the little entrance door bits on here, and then I think we're pretty much at an end. So stay safe guys, and I will catch you in the next video.